Morning, everyone. It's Friday, 23rd of March 2018. 8 a.m. leaving for work. I usually say yesterday I almost finished doing my mods on my truck, my seasonal mods. The last one, like I say, it's my LED bar, which I am still shopping around for. Yeah, that's possible. Once I get this, I'll be able to finish the last parts that I powder coated for my vehicle. The two simple little bracket I want to put on and make myself, because the one that comes with the bracket that comes with the kit are they're very thin. They're not that good. But I don't know the height where I'm going to put it yet, so I need to wait. But I have all the parts. That's the fun part. I have all the parts to make the bracket. Yesterday I left the topic talking about how we could make a time travel machine out of a small frequency signal generators. And there's one part that I know that the humankind didn't invent yet, but it's just on the brink of too. And a lot of times when we're asking time traveler are claiming to come from the future and they never show us the machine, it's because even if they would show us the machine, we would probably not believe them, because it's such a simple small machine. And I don't doubt that they're not going to use a time portal, because the time portal requires a huge amount of energy depending on how you make it, like at the Montauk project and the Philadelphia experiments. Those were huge amount of power. And but I'm pretty sure that time travel is much simpler than expected. This is just one question of, when you're making the perfect recipe for something, it's exactly that. You just need that single element there to add up to the recipe to make it work. And god damn it, the gas is expensive. Oh shit. Right now, this price is about the equivalent of almost $4 a gallon here. I'm gonna have to wait the entire weekend before I put some gas. I wanted to go to bed early every day of the week this week, and I did not manage to do that a single day. So here's the recipe that I think you need. One is the famous oscillator, and I think is the best definition would be the temporal oscillator. The oscillator, in my guess, is a small component the size of a hard drive, and inside there's a motor that makes it spins, a mechanical motor, but the way it spins, it creates a small magnetic field, but it's a small magnetic field that's vibrate in such a way that it's, when combined with the frequency generators and the signal generators, I guess those are all just imagination and theory, that it would create a local distortion where the person using the machine would just be able to walk through time, literally, like from one instant to the others. They would program the machine to go to a certain place, and the machine would generate a signal, and then it would start, the motor would start oscillating, vibrating, and then you would just walk forward where you're holding the device, and you would walk through times, literally. So this is what I think that would be possible, but we're talking about small things. Sorry about that. So if in theory this would be possible, I think it would require a lot of development and project to be able to calculate the frequency of space and time. But I think the closest we have to this is the GPS. And the GPS is what does what we call, when it's communicating with the satellite, it does what we call pulse per second. So it communicates with a GPS, the satellite, and the GPS communicate together, and they send this signal to each other's. And with other GPS signal in the sky with other satellite, it makes a triangulation of where it is, and then it can pinpoint your place in space and time, because it calculates the GPS signal pulse per second. It calculates where you are in space and times. So that means the date, the year, the month, the day, the hours, the minutes, the seconds, the microseconds. It calculates all those factors. So if you have those factors recorded, I think you can probably use them as a reference. But I don't know if the GPS ever calculated the frequency of time that was going on at that moment. Some people say that the frequency of time, the frequency of Earth Schumann's resonance, is Earth time signature. Some say it doesn't change. Some say it does change. Some say it changes every day. There's a different frequency for every day. So this is mostly what I believe in, is that frequency, that Schumann Earth resonant frequency, change every day. And then if you can pinpoint that frequency and lock onto it, you could teleport to that time when Earth was vibrating to that frequency. And then let's say you go back far in the past and you manage to lock that a certain frequency, then you could calculate afterward to the moment you left, and this range of frequency would be your time schedule, your time period. So that would be a lot of experimenting. We could do that easily today compared to the past, because we don't use magnetic band like they did in the past, magnetic tape. Back in the day they used recordable tapes, and the machine was just reading. When it was rewinding and reading, it was just rereading what was written on the tape. But now we have hard drive and memories and RAMs and ROM, so it's easier just to remember, because you can just put it in the computer world. One of the things as well is, do you know, where was it? Oh yeah, when a high magnetic field interfere with a computer device, what would happen to it? But I know that when they're making computer components and computer product, they submit it to a certain amount of shock from the Tesla coils to test out its efficiency and like high voltage. So probably my guess is that the magnetic field would not affect it so much. It wouldn't damage the device. Anyway, that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Probably one day this weekend and next Monday. So have a good weekend, everyone.